Alright folks, well I'm not sure if it's working because this is about the 5th live stream I've tried to do. All my settings are wrong. Hopefully this one's a public one. Hopefully you can see it. I don't know. I don't know how I find out what I'm doing. Yeah. No idea. But there we go. Well, I'll keep having a look. I think you're allowed to put something in the chat about it, but I'm not sure. So we will see. Okay. I'm going to put that on there. Put that on there. So as my backup, there might be something of me. Yeah, we'll do that. I don't know. See if anyone... Is there anyone? Nobody's there. Where is everyone? Wake up. Where is everyone? Anyway, I'm in doing this. Hopefully you can hear me on this. But I'm in doing the inside of the cupboard because, yeah, I've got the doors to fit on and put on and all the rest of it. And hopefully we'll get that done soon. But I just thought inside would look a bit better with this. So the thought is, if I do some lives, you can ask me questions. You know, why are you so good, Nige? Why are you so fast? Why are you the best there is at doing all these things? You know, those sort of questions. Yeah, exactly. So I'll try and do some lives. I've been having great fun and games trying to edit videos and get the videos out. It's kind of, I don't know, I use iMovie and it's just been a disaster recently. I find it locks up, it freezes, it doesn't do things. And I'm forever sending reports back to Apple about it. So far, I've not had so much as a thank you. Oh, that's interesting, Nige. Well done, thanks for letting us know. Nothing. So, who knows if it'll ever improve, hey? But in terms of this, yeah, I think I'm going to do the white on top again. I'm going to come down the edges, make it look nice, and then when the wooden doors go on, should look great. Mind you, lots of things should this, should that, and all the rest of it. And yeah, often they don't. So there you go. Right, let's see if we can do a bit of edging on here. But, hey, 500 folks, we're getting close. We're getting really close. Which I was saying on one of the other ones that I don't think works. I was saying, you know, 500 people, that's nuts. There is somebody there now. How do I see? Whoever you are, hello. You'll have to write in the chat because I don't know how I see it. How do I see the chat? Because that's what I thought would be great. Would be to, you know, see it and all the rest of it. So, oh, it says live. Oh, it says live. So, what's going on? There's somebody watching. It's probably me. Oh, that's a bit weird. I'm watching myself and I'm hearing myself. Oh, there's a thumbs up. I'm going to give myself a thumbs up as well. I don't know. Can you do that? Is there any chat? Right. If anyone comes on who's watching, all right, it's kind of nuts that this thing works, but yeah, if you've got any questions or thoughts or comments, or the usual general slagging off or something like that, then let me know. I've got a thick skin, I tend to cry off camera. But today's live is all about watching paint dry. That's how exciting it is on the channel. So if you're tuning in for the first time, congratulations, you found it. There's nothing else you need to look for now on YouTube. You've found it. You've reached nirvana. This is it. It just doesn't get better than this. Probably. But yeah, so getting close to 500 subscribers, this is what blows my brains. The fact that, and I think whoever had the misfortune to come on has logged off. But 500 people, imagine them in a room sat in front of you and you're having to entertain them by painting a kitchen wall. I mean, it doesn't sound like the recipe for success, does it? Doesn't sound like a good evening out. But on all of these things, it's just from the comfort of your own home, or you should be doing some work yourself and you're just avoiding doing work, watching someone else do it. There's something about that. And there's some great stuff out there. I mean, I'm a sucker for all these programs about renovations and doing up houses and things like that. And there comes a point where, I don't know, I think just a lot of people just think, oh, to hell with it, I'm going to give it a go. So they give it a go, which is fabulous. And then you realise it's not that easy. But 500 people, come on, 500. You must be able to get to 500, surely. Must be. I don't know how people get to 1,000. Well, I suppose they do something that people find interesting. But that is. And some of these audiences where you're getting people of 1 million people watching, well, that's like a normal TV type audience, isn't it? And imagine these people playing, like Taylor Swift, playing all these concert venues and stuff. What can you get in, 100,000? You could be doing a YouTube channel more than Swifty. That'd be something. Is anyone watching? Nobody's watching me. No. I'm here for you. I am. I'm talking about an audience of 500 and so far it's me on here. It's kind of ridiculous. Anyway, the idea of the cupboards and this bit is obviously to make it look better, touch up some of these bits that are kind of scuffed and scraped and all the rest of it. And the idea being that, you know, we get this looking good. So that's the plan. You've got a great view of the back of me. I wonder if you can hear me. I think you can, because I think when I did it I could. So it's an experiment. This one is an experiment here, folks. I don't know. I was trying to think, you know, what could I be doing that would make it alive, interesting? And the trouble is, I kind of move around into different bits. So it was, where am I going to be for a few minutes that you could be here? But the fact that, do you know, the fact that I'm the only one watching myself is, I guess, slightly odd. I'm sure there's some psychotherapists out there who would, you know, have a field day, and I'd be handing over millions to them. But there's something cool about being able to work the tech. I know YouTube is meant to be super easy, but I didn't find it so. Anyway. So the plan for here is get this wall done, get the cupboards done, and try and get this kitchen in a much more completed state. And I know a lot of people sort of say, oh, it's all the finishing touches that take ages. Yeah, you're not wrong. I'm sure anyone that's done any sort of DIY knows that the first thing you do for any job when you start doing it is you create about 10 more jobs. So the one that you thought I'm going to do today, you never get around to doing it. I'm not saying it's annoying, but it's annoying. Right. So I was also saying on a different one of these, a different version of going live on this. That I need to get, here we go, down there I need to get a different door, a different size door, and it's a 400mm door. So I've been at the kitchen place today because I've kept ordering this door, and when I go down to get it, it's like it hasn't arrived, or it came in and somebody else has got it, and I kept saying, well, you're meant to phone me when it arrives and I'll come and get it and all the rest of it. Anyway, they stopped kind of answering phone calls and stuff. So I went down to the store, and yeah, you probably guessed it, it was shut. The shop had shut permanently. So I then realised why they weren't responding, why they hadn't told me the door had come into stock. It was because there was no one there. So I had to find a different branch and travel off and get a door to fit. So I can't quite fit the doors yet, which means I can't quite line up the work surface, which means I can't quite screw it together, which is just driving me nuts. This bit is a pain as well. This bit is horrible. Don't like that bit, and that bit's just rubbish. So apart from that, hey, everything is going really well, and I'm loving it. But have we got anyone? Is anyone here? Can anyone hear me? No, I don't think anyone is. Anyway, if you happen here by mistake, just say hello before you leave. You know, make me feel slightly less rejected. You know what I mean. Anyway, it's all good, folks. It's all good. We're all having fun. here at the house. Matthew's busy, he's doing some other stuff. He's got a whole load of jobs lined up for his spray cork, rendering, plastering, and what have you. Great. So it's all good, I think. But yeah, so not getting the door from the kitchen company, that was a pain. It's just, I don't know, things get delayed, I'm busy, I have excuses galore as to why I try and avoid hard work. But then occasionally I come back, I'm all in, and what have you. I don't know, does this work? Painting the inside? I think so, because it was a bit of a weird, sort of minty blue green. Minty blue? Yeah, not the nicest. How do I find out if anyone's done a comment? Does it appear? I don't know. I'm trying to find out if anyone's got a question. Now, how do I do this? Do I refresh? Oh, what's going on there? 5 thumbs up. Well, that's absolutely delightful. I don't know if this is how you do it. God, this is such a bungled attempt at doing this sort of thing, isn't it? I don't know what it means. How do I see comments? Do I see comments? Or do I have to log in on here? Oh, hey! Vivian Rodriguez from Puerto Rico. That is amazing. That's amazing. Boots Connor, the first sign of madness is talking to yourself. Lucky I'm here. Yeah, the second sign is when you start responding or replying to yourself. So thank you very much. 4 subs to go, yeah. Having a coffee and munching on a bag of Seabrooks. Oh, now then, I have to tell you, Seabrooks brought out a special limited edition smoky bacon. But here's the real story about that, folks. It's not as good as Canadian ham. I know, I told you it'd be shocking. 3 watching, the one of them is you. Yes, I know, Andy. Where's the decorator and Matt? Yeah, and Andy, thanks very much for saying you're there. You know, I'm here. I need you probably here to help out and do some sensible things. But yeah, Matt is busy doing stuff, and the decorator is away doing her stuff and what have you. She's got far more interesting things to do than this. So there you go. Right, look at. Oh, what's that? What does that mean? Top messages. I don't know if. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy. And about. Oh, I've got some rules from it. Oh, what's that? Oh, I've sent myself a heart. There you go. Didn't know you could do that. So, chat. Right. Anyway, I'll put that there. I'll keep an eye on it. So yeah, Vivian in Puerto Rico. I mean, that is crazy. Welcome to the kitchen. Welcome to the kitchen. I hope everything's all right in Puerto Rico. I've never been. It always sounds amazing. I love these foreign sounding places. It all sounds so evocative of all sorts of things. And Puerto Rico just sounds like, it sounds like put your feet up and have a cocktail. That's what it sounds like to me. It doesn't sound like get the painting out in the kitchen. But that's what we've got to do. Kind of got to get this done. I can't believe, if you're probably thinking there's something about my videoing where I start doing a job and then about 2 months later I come back and you know, nothing's changed. You're probably thinking, oh, he must have done it and he's saving the video. But the truth is, no, I kind of get bored of doing something, so I then start doing something else. And I'll step over the rubbish, I'll sort of walk around it, I'll just ignore it, and then I'll come back to it. And that is a terrible way of working. I would not recommend it. But, you know, there's only so much of some things I can do before I completely have had enough. But you know me, tolerance. Never say a rude word. Never condemn people to special places in hell. Anything like that. I'm just such an easygoing chap. I'm gonna do, what do I do on here? How do I do it again? I don't know if that's stuck. Right, how do you, I've got 6 people watching. All right, one of them's me, but that's 5. That's 5, that's it. Right, now I've pressed the button and I've gone off completely. What's happened there? Here we go. What do I do? Live. I need to go. No. I've gone to Clarkson and Hammond doing something. Right, I'm gonna type something myself and see if it appears. I think it did. Oh, boots, Connor. What are those? Where are my glasses? I can't see it. What have I done? Oh, here we go. This is why it takes me ages to do anything. Ooh, are they kind of apple pies or something? Pumpkin pie. That looks rather nice. Anyway. Yeah, just grab yourself a coffee, folks. Strap yourself in and be prepared to be bored. I mean, thrilled, excited, and all the rest of it. Do you know, one of the most amazing things of this is there have been times where, I guess everyone gets it, don't they? Where you've had enough, you don't want to do it, but the very fact that people have been watching and supporting and all the rest of it, you've actually, well, I've got you to blame for me not giving up. So, if you can blame someone by saying thank you, thank you. And I would definitely recommend, if you've got a big project or something, just having that, it's almost like an accountability thing, isn't it? Where, you know, someone's there and they're expecting you to do it and they want you to do it, so you have to do it. So it's all a bit, yeah, a bit of pressure put on you. Right, I'm gonna move you because then you can see me down here as I've got stuff everywhere. If you wonder about me stepping over things, there seems to have been a collection of stuff here for a year. And now that we've got a couple of yeah, now that we've got a couple of rooms carpeted, the place that I can put my junk is disappearing. So I'm kind of making it difficult for myself. Anyway, let's see what we can do down here. Now, thinking about this is where I get carried away because I paint bits. So this is going to be behind the drawer. So I'm never going to see it. I'm never going to look into it. So why would I do it? But only that bit's behind the drawer, isn't it? This bit isn't. This bit. Yeah, it's doors here. So. Now that's nice-ish. Now I'll paint it white. I'll do it. What's everyone up to today, hey? Who's got something really cool going on? That's what I want to know. I think I live my life vicariously. So through other people and what they're up to and what they're doing. Because some people do some amazing things. It sounds so exciting and all the rest of it. So if you're doing something really good, then go on, make us all envious. Hey? Need to go around that with a brush. See if anything's. Does this thing move? Do this again. Do I refresh? What do I do? Ooh. Oh, I've made a complete orlix of it. Oh no. Right. What have I done? Oh no, there we go. There we go. We're back. We're back. Right, there we go. Cool. Yeah, so other things coming up. I need to make a bath panel. I need to finish the floorboards up in the bathroom and stuff like that. I've got the rest of this kitchen to fit. These doors to hang back up. And stuff like that. So I've got a few little electric additions to put in, but Matthew is going to be, Matt's going to be doing upstairs the top room, so he's going to be doing some of the plastering up there, which would be interesting. But yeah, he's got a new float. And it looks really good, a semi-flex, which sounds incredibly rude, but I think could be potentially a game changer on doing some of the plastering. So that's, can you get excited about a float? I think so. I think you can. Now, don't feel obliged to keep watching. However, if you do log off, I will, it could take me weeks to recover from the disappointment. So no pressure to stay there. Let's get a bit more paint. Oh, kick the bucket. Don't kick the bucket, Leslie. Don't kick the bucket. Not yet. go in here. Don't know where my knee pads are. What's that? Carnage down there. That bit. Right. So why is it taking me so long? That's a great question. Now this is not from anyone else, this is me asking myself. I tell you, one of the strangest things that I've noticed as I've done this is if there's been something which I'm not sure about, I'm not quite certain how you do it, or I know how to do it but I know it's hard work or physically really quite draining. So plastering is one of those that I've put in there. I think what I've learned is I avoid it and I put it off and I delay it and I waste time doing things that don't really matter. And that leads to enormous delays on things. I don't know if anyone else kind of has noticed themselves doing the same thing, but yeah, it's one of those. It's one of those. Right, I'm going to do this little bit and then I'm going to do the world famous. I mean, it is almost my trademark. I don't know if you can guess what that is. If anyone can guess what my trademark manoeuvre is whilst doing this house, before I finish this bit, just stick it in the chat. I don't know if anyone's still there. I'd be amazed if you are. But stick it in the chat and see if you can beat me to it. You know what it is. Hey, I'm sure. I'll give you a clue. It's usually Dennis the Menace. And a lot of you are probably going to do, what? What does that mean? And some of you will be going, aha, I know what he means. Of course. I think that's what I'm known for. Because ages ago I did one of those videos where I said I'm pretty much hating everything. I'm sure there's something I like, and I asked for reminders as to what it is I like, and every single person put this. So does anyone? Oh, sugar. What have I done? I was close to putting it another one in the jar. I don't know what's happening. I don't know if anyone's still there. I don't know if anyone can hear me. And I don't know if I was meant to paint that enormous cobweb into the wall, but I have. So let me just do this bit here, that bit there. Go on, run away. Go on, run, spider. Go on, get away. Go find another hole and carry on catching flies for me. It's much better when it's sped up, isn't it, on video? When you see about 5 seconds of this, rather than ages. I'm hoping the microphone's working. I'm sure probably some of you are hoping it will break and turn itself off, but such is life. Oh, that's a dirty corner down there. Cleaning skills are not very good at that. Oh, back of the cupboard. Oh dear. Right, let's do up here. A bit of blob in there. Oh, for those of you that are wondering, yeah, I have got a couple of videos. I've got a couple of videos that need to come out, which, as I say, have been a bit of a pain doing because iMovie has been a bit funny with me in terms of being able to edit and save it and export it and all the rest of it. Anyway, we've got some of the stuff for when we put some carpet down. Carpet? Yeah, carpet. So that will be coming out as soon as I've managed to sort it out. So you've got that to look forward to. Isn't that exciting? Oh my goodness, they don't work. Right. Here we go. Let's do... Is anyone still there? Come on. Let's do it. I know you want me to. Better late than never. So jobs that I've got to do in here, I need to just tidy up the top of the extractor and screw it in. So I've got a bracket that I need to screw in and slide it up and fit it in. I've got the, I coated the lintel with sort of plaster and I tried to get it off and I didn't. So I've got to scrape that off and clean that back. Then obviously fit in the kind of worktop, get that done, put the upstand and then the tiles in there. I've got to then tile around the back of the sink as well. So there's a few things still to do, but I'm doing that corner first at the moment. And from this angle, that looks awful. That definitely needs more paint, because that looks shocking. Anyway. Yeah, that's awful. For those of you that have seen this, if you're in the UK and of a certain age, you'll recognise it. Dennis the Menace, and as a kid, I always thought that was Ganasha. So he's always been Ganasha to me, because I didn't know that the G was silent. So it's a kid who, it's him and his dog, and it's the tales of him, and he's not necessarily the best of kids. I mean, these days in the UK, he'd probably be serving 2 years in jail. Can you say that? Probably. But yeah, I used to get the comic as a kid. I think it was 5p, I think, every week. That was great. I was a member of the Dennis the Menace and Ganasha fan club. I had a couple of badges. The dog one had sort of was like, it was furry. That was great. But this is what I do a lot of that you don't see on the videos, because I edit it out, is I stand around and look. And half the time it's I'm sizing up the job that's to come. Half the time it's, I don't know, my thoughts just drift away. But half the time it's kind of, oh yeah, okay, right. So if I do that, I need to do that, and then I do that, and all the rest of it. So it's one of these weird things. Just looking at that, actually, you see, this is what I do. All right, let's put the coffee down. Never too far away though, in case you need a slurp. But in the cupboard, so in here now, what I'm looking at is, obviously we've got a wooden shelf there, but then the bottom bit, we don't have a wooden shelf. Now, obviously, what would make that a lot better, cleaner, and better to use and more usable is if I build out a little wooden shelf in there. So, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the tape measure, I'm going to measure it out, and I'm going to look at building something out that can just support, can just put a shelf in, because then it's a much more usable thing, isn't it? Tape measure. Where do I put them? Something. There we go. All right, let's have a look. Let's stick my head in there. So 4.5. Where's my pencil? Pencil. Let's have a think. Right, into the corner. You see it's 45 there. But if I did it 44 and a half, I'm going to do that 445. 445. But what's that? 80. 87.5. That's it. Oh, this is so 87. What's it down there? 87, 87. By 870. Alright, so that's bottom cupboard. Bottom kitchen cupboard. Because that's drawers going in there, doors here, all that usable. Yeah. And I need a bit of skirting board on here. Got a skirting board on that. Got a massive nail there. Oh. Let's get this out. Take that out. Take that out. Right, what have we got? Into the oh, I forgot. Ah, you fool. Paint everywhere. Alright, so if I put that to there, I'm going to need 103, 104. I'm going to do 103, so 130. Right, this is why I never get anything done. It's because I start doing something else. Right. Skirting board, here we go. How big's that bit? I bet that is not big enough. Oh, get in. It is. Right. What did I do there? 1030. Where's the saw? Where is it? And I have to say, this is where Sally kind of loses it a bit with me, in as much as I've got paint going and then suddenly I create dust. But if I need to do it, I need to do it. And that's all there is to it, probably. Really? Yeah, that's a good test piece, is that? Yeah, I like that. That's useful. Now that we've done a practice one, we'll get the one that's the proper one. Yeah. So this is better. We'll get one that's the one that we're going to use for the final finish. We won't bother with the other one. There was nothing to see with the other one. The other one was just a test. Yeah, see, this is good. We've just warmed up the saw. Got it right. There we go. You see, there you go. That's what you need, you see. You need to make sure that you measure once, cut twice. It's quite obvious how you do these things. I don't know why people get them wrong. They just make schoolboy errors. Now the problem with that piece is that the actual depth of it or the height of it is such that the doors won't shut. It's above the threshold. So I'm now going to have to trim that. Woohoo. But what did I do with? Let's see. I don't know if there's any questions. Cindy? No, you haven't missed the live feed. It is still happening. It's just that I work at a pace where it looks like everything's ground to a halt. So I am still here. So yeah, thank you. God, it must be so early where you are. One. You must be hours behind us. So you must be early o'clock over there. With that, so, oh, you heard it all the way in Texas. Texas, for goodness sake. Puerto Rico, Texas, whatever next. But yeah, I'm here. Let me just show you. I'll do a close up of what I mean about this door, this thing. So this is a classic case of I kind of get something, put it in, I think, right, job's a good one, and then you look at it and you go, no, it's not, because it doesn't fit. So let me shrink you down so it's not as clumsy. But yeah, can you see it there, on there? Let me try and bend the thing. So on here you can see now that this is higher than the actual door threshold. Well, it's not at that point. At that point it's all right, but this is the old bendy floor, the slopey floor. So I'm gonna have to just, I think, take a section off the bottom there, off the bottom of this, and then drop that in. So I don't know. I thought it was going to be... I thought I'd just whiz along and get a bit of skirting board and fix it on, and then I can paint it. And it's progressed into another couple of jobs, hasn't it? Right. Let's finish off the cream. Let's do some touch-ups. Maybe do a bit on there and then get the white out and do the white. So, you know, living the dream. Here we go. I'm hoping you can hear me and everything. All right. Yes, doing the happy dance 7 o'clock in the morning. Nobody does happy dances at 7 o'clock in the morning. I don't think it's allowed. Trim off the bottom at an angle, great minds think alike. There you go. Right, I'll post it over, and if you wouldn't mind just trimming the bottom off and posting it back, I'll stick it on. That'd be great. Alright, so don't forget, if you've got any questions, like the capital of France or something like that, you know, let's have a go. Cream paint, I've got a bit left. I should do that bit, shouldn't I? I hate that bit over there, don't want to do that bit. Right, no, I'm going to touch up down here. So hopefully you can hear me, but you might not necessarily see me. I wonder what, is it drying on? Ooh. Just do a bit extra on here. It's kind of drying on. That's good. Ah, my coffee. Jeepers creepers. You're some sort of lunatic. Second coat. Suddenly, it looks better. It really does. That's amazing. Suddenly. Don't know the rest of the words. Which is probably a good job. Right, let's have a quick go of that. Up there, up there. There. Yeah, that looks so much better. So much better. Yeah. Much better. Oh, this is so good, it's almost like cheating. Good. Right, I'm going to do this edge. Now I'm going to let that lot dry, I think. Right, why does this bit look different to the rest? It just does, doesn't it? It's got a different shade. How do you do that? How do you... Right, that's going to have to... It's a different bloody colour. What the swear jar is going on? You know when sometimes you're doing something and you got a nagging feeling at the back of your mind that you're doing it wrong, and you should stop, and you should put it down and go do something else. I've got that feeling right now. Oh, right, now one of the things, I know sort of people have sort of said, you know, can they get in touch and things like that. I do have an email, if you wish. I've set it up so that it goes straight to junk. No, I haven't. But yeah, what I'll do is I'll post it. Where do I post it? Oh, well, I can. Well, I tell you what. I don't know how these things work, but you can find me on LinkedIn, and I assume you can message me there somehow, or you can find me. I think I'm Escape to the Dream House on Instagram, and something similar on TikTok. I don't know. DMs, how do they work? I'm not sure. I think I know, but I've never sent. Have I ever sent one? Oh, I must have done. Because I've complained to companies, or reached out to companies when you don't hear anything from them, and they seem incapable of picking up a telephone, but they seem to be able to do stuff on social media. So I don't know how that works, but yeah. So I have used a DM, so I think I know how to do it. But yeah, if you want to try that, if not, then I've got an email that I'll set up, and I'll put a link in to it, and I should probably stick one on the website, shouldn't I, if you want to get in touch. The only trouble is that when I've done these things in the past, and just you set any email up, all the nice people use it very nicely and all the rest of it, but then all the tech kind of jumps on it, AI, and I get, I don't know, a whole load of nonsense sent to me. And then I sort of appear in mailing lists and all sorts of stuff, and no matter how much you try to kind of stop it, it doesn't seem to work. But I think I've kind of got one set up that might be alright. Sorry, I'm getting distracted as I try and do an edge. You know, all blokes will recognise the fact that we can only do one thing at once. You know, we even struggle to drink a beer whilst watching the football. So. Right, so I need to trim that skirting board as I look at it. And I need to build the frame for the bath and stuff. But Cindy, if you're still there, I don't know if you are, I do still have, I think in here, let me just see if it is. I do still have this, the sort of blue golf ball thing. So yeah, if you let me know, or manage to get a DM to me. I think he tried something and I think I responded, or I made you a friend, but I think on Messenger, if you do it through Facebook and Messenger, if you're not a friend or something, I think, unless you know what the settings are or where it's hidden, you never see messages. So it's a bit weird, is that? Anyway, the golf ball is still there. So, you know, I'd love to get it across to you and let Texas be lit up with a blue golf ball. One of the original features of the house. Oh yes, one of the originals. And the irony is that it's blue. And as you know, everything in the house has been drenched in blue. So there we go. But yeah, I think that would be cool to have a sort of, I mean, I hope you're not completely underwhelmed by it if we can manage to get it there, because it's, yeah, I guess it's just a piece of house history rather than anything else. So let's have a look. Let's have a look. See if anyone is still with us. Gotta help you if you are. Living the dream, one nightmare at a time. Well, you know, you're right. Last night, I've got to say, I slept like a baby. I woke every hour screaming. There you are. I'm here all week, folks. I work nights and get off at 6, so I was already happy. So you got a live going on, happy, right? Working nights. Oh, absolutely well done. Fantastic. And there you go. I recorded a small video yesterday, working in my garage, cleaning up, and did a shout out to me and Matt. I'm gonna get that one. That hasn't come up on my feed yet, unless it's not there. So I haven't seen the notification for that, but I will definitely check that out. You can't be doing it wrong if Matt isn't there to tell you you're wrong. Oh, I had a great comment on the bit. You know where Matt had come back and he was talking about plastering, and I can't remember. I think who was it that said it? It might have been a different Matt. Was it? Anyway, he said, "Is it right? Because when Matthew's explaining how you should do it, it all sounds sped up and garbled." I said, "Yeah, that was deliberate. I don't need reminding that I'm doing things wrong. I don't need him to keep telling me that." So yeah, I thought it. I mean, it's, you know, Sally says it to me as well. You know, she said there's, you know, I've got 3 big problems. You know, number 1, I don't listen, and then 2 and 3 was something else. But I don't want to hear from Matt, you know, the same sort of thing. So I thought I'll speed it up. Yeah, he can show me how he's doing it. Anyway, you've probably gathered that I don't take many things seriously. I do, but I don't, because if you did take everything seriously, I think you would go seriously nuts. So I take everything with a pinch of salt. So yeah, there we go. Anyway, what have we got here? I have a collection of things that I want to send you for Christmas. Oh, that's how wonderful. Trust me, you'll love some of the items, and so will Matt. I'm gonna stick my neck out here and say that you're gonna send Matt a piece of string to hold his trousers up. A belt is too much. A piece of string will do. I'll tie it, hey? I'll tie it. Get that tied up here. Of course I'm still there. I'm probably your #1 fan. And the lamp, yeah baby, there you go. Don't do Facebook. Well, yeah. I don't think, I sort of watch a few things on it, and sometimes I see updates from friends that's quite useful. Other times, yeah, the most bizarre thing, although I'm about 10-15 years late to the party, but I have been watching the archetypal cat videos, and yeah, I've got to say, cats are the most ridiculous of creatures, but they are quite funny. Anyway, I never thought I'd find myself saying that, but we've got a cat. It doesn't do any of the things that are Facebook worthy, but there you go. Blue's my favourite colour, just not the drenched blue colour. I tell you what, before I send it off, I could dip the light in some of the blue, and then it could be totally drenched in it. You've got to edit the video. So talking about the video and the shout out, right, I'll keep an eye out for that. And Matt will love why you're going for the flat. Well, my curiosity has been piqued with that, so that is awesome. That is awesome. That is so kind. I can't believe. Do you know, one of the things people always talk about YouTube and all these other things and social media and all the rest of it, and I can say without exception that everyone has been really kind. And even where people have sort of, you know, wanted to make suggestions about how to do things better or different and all the rest of it, you know, they haven't, you know, been nasty about it, and I find that so delightful, the fact that you can do it. And I guess if I give a response, I always try and give a nice response. So I try and give a thank you, and what have you, and thanks for doing that, thanks for taking the time to tell me I'm an idiot, you know, and all the rest of it. Because I don't think you're ever going to win an argument when the other person's opinion is unlikely to ever change. So I think you stuck with it. So why bother having an argument? Choose to do something different. Choose to embrace the feedback and sort of go, interesting, okay, yeah, I can see where you're coming from. I can see why you said that. You know, I think that's so much better. Anyway, what you find is I ramble. I totally ramble. Now, I'm going to give this a quick rinse out, so just bear with me. Be back in a sec. I think the microphone's still on, so. I need to do this. Oh, splash. For goodness sake. Right, I'm over here. Is anyone still there? I think so. How bizarre. How bizarre, how bizarre. Right, I'm just going to try and get rid of a bit of paint off the roller so it doesn't get into a solid mess. And then I'm going to do this. I've got a funny feeling that the phone won't last a great deal longer, battery wise. So If you suddenly lose connection, that's why. What a mess. You're such a clown at times, eh? Yeah. Oh, come on. Right. Fascinating stuff, eh, folks? Tune in later, where we watch grass grow. Right, I'll stick that on there. I'll put that on there. Oh, I've got it all over my hands now. Let's get some white out. Come on, let's go white. Let's go all out. Let's make this exciting. Screwdriver, there we go. And where's my brush? It says white. Sir. No, that's not it. Hey. Where is it? Do you know? What do I do with things? Hey. I'll pick it up, I'll put it down, spin it around, do something else. Blah, blah, blah. No idea, so we'll use this one. So that's the size of the thing. Oh, hang on, here we go. Recovering Facebook addict. I quit Facebook and focused on YouTube. I think, hang on, you're not even looking at me at the moment, are you? So, whilst we're over here, I think if you quit Facebook and go to YouTube, I think that's out of the frying pan into the fire or something like that, but I love it. I also ramble when I work, so get easily distracted. Oh, is that a squirrel over there? Exactly. Exactly. Now then, hang on, hold on, I don't want to make your son envious. The fact that he came over and had a look through the stuff in the garage, and you're sending it for the Christmas box, and he's envious. Wow, do you know, I don't know what to think. What on earth have you been packing or setting aside? This is most intriguing. Oh, you might go live on your main channel, Whispers from the Dark. Big shout out there. Check out Whispers from the Dark. So heads up in case you want to join in. And Phil, making coffee again. Do you know, I think you should make coffee on the hour, every hour, and then in between, you know, have a few more. So definitely. Why don't I make myself useful and make you breakfast? Yeah, I should do that. Although there's an eclectic mix of packets of stuff here, and I think some of them you shouldn't mix actually together. I think the kitchen could go up in smoke looking at some of these things. Some of them I don't even know what they are or what they taste like. Unknown. Anyway, there you go. You're going to watch you want to watch your caffeine intake. I do watch it, and it's quite a lot. Oh, you mean be careful with it? Yeah, I know. I stopped drinking coffee about 5-6 minutes before I go to bed. You know, you can't drink right up to the end, can you? That would be crazy. You never get to sleep. But there you go. A bit of a morning. Yeah, absolutely. Love it. So Phil, what are you up to, Phil? That's empty. Might have to get another soon. I am, for anyone just tuning in or thinking, what the hell is going on? I am just doing this because we are getting closer, a little bit closer, to being in a position to put the doors back on here. It's taken me ages to buy the trim. So I bought trim to do the trim. I don't know if you can see me up there. I bought trim to put on the, the inside of those bits. And I didn't buy enough. Surprising that. I mean, I'm so damn accurate with my measuring. I can't believe I got that wrong. Anyway, I didn't have enough. I went back. They only had enough to leave me short again. So then I went on another occasion to another shop to get some more. So we're getting there. So they just need staining first, because everyone knows you can't go gluing trim inside the door when they're different colours and expect it to look the same. I mean, what sort of fool would do that and then have to spend ages pulling it out? You know, who is that sort of person? That sort of person should be, have to sit an exam or something before he's allowed to do a house or something like that. However, they are coming back soon. So the idea is get this cupboard ready to rock and roll, so we can literally just screw the doors back on, and it's all good. When you say it in a calm, calculated, reasonably swift way, it all sounds so incredibly easy. I think you're getting used to the fact that, it doesn't end up that way, does it? Surely doesn't. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I've got a question for you all. How long is too long for one of my videos? So there you go. Or, because at the moment like the one that I'm doing for the carpets, that's going to be a monster. Because the two guys that did the carpet fitting, I've had a go at carpet fitting, but you know, the skill needed to sort of, when the thing's up in the air and all ruckled up and, you know, and all over, to get your knife out and cut it, knowing that if you cut it wrong, you've ruined it. That's the bit that makes me nervous. So when you watch them do it, it is fantastic. It really is. And they were really quick. But anyway, what I'm saying is the video for that is going to be a long video, I think. Just simply because I was doing a lot of stuff as well just before they came. And yeah, I was going to sort of include it all, and I was thinking, God, it's really long. I wonder how long people think. Personally, Phil, thank you very much. Oh, hang on. Oh, hang on. I've been collecting items for you guys. I have something that I picked up regarding the very first song you sang in your first video. The hell did I sing? Alright, what do I sing? Do you know? I don't know. Oh, hey, there you go. So when it's all done, will you say escape from the dream house? Yeah, I've said that. Yeah, in error already. Yeah, I think it'll be escape to the next dream house. I think that's what it's going to be, because we've got some stuff, you know, that I need to do, and that is next level stupidity. Yeah, in terms of doing that. I was making Cat 5 cables yesterday, says Phil, and not enjoying one moment of it. You know, Phil, you say here, I've done it before, but it doesn't get any more fun when you do it again. But I watched an electrician who just sort of got it, and he just went like that, and he said, yeah, that'll work. And I was thinking, right, when I've done it, I've tried to get them in the correct order, like it says. He kind of had them all, just shoved them through, crimped it, and it seemed to work. And I think he was lying, because either that or he is about 1,000 times quicker than me. But yeah, it's one of those bizarre things. Is that Cat 5 cable? Personally, you like the 20-minute video. There you go. Well, just imagine for the carpet one that you've been blessed with 3 20-minute videos. Don't see it like it's an hour. Think of it as 3 20-minute videos. But that's interesting, 20 minutes. Right, I like that. So there's a guide. Does anyone else, what else have we got on here? 3 hours, maybe too long. Yeah, there you go. Thomas Gunther. With a name like that, I'm going to say Gunther. Grüß Gott. There you go. I'll try that. And what he said, I think that's funny. I like that. If you could move a little bit to the side, we could watch that paint dry. Is better that side? Or that side? I like that. I like that a lot. That's my sort of thing. Yeah, very good. In fact, I should have thought of that. No, that's good. I like that. Anyway, if I don't know what to paint is in German, but let's pretend it's painten, okay? So I'm going to say, ich kann es painten. Yeah? Schlecht, aber ich kann es painten. There you go. So I'm trying to learn a bit of, I used to know a little bit of German, and I'm trying to learn French. For the simple reason that, yeah, we've got a dream house in France that, yeah, that needs a whole lot of stuff doing to it. It really does. But it'd be good. When it's done, it'd be really good. Now, let's get you in a bit. If I come in there, let's see if you can see me. So, anyone else thinking, topics for the videos? Is it what you want to see? As I say, I'm going to file all your comments in the B1N and just ignore them. But I want to give you the impression that you can influence me. I mean, I don't know how I'm kidding. Of course you can influence me. And of course I'll listen. And of course I'll try and do it. Thankfully, no one has asked me to get dressed up or anything like that. But I tell you, one of the best things was I got over here in the UK, you can order, what they call workwear. So, t-shirts, hoodies, that sort of stuff. And you can obviously get a logo on it or a design on it or anything like that. And they are such an absolute bargain price. So whether you've got a company or not, if you are doing a project where you need work clothes, you can get stuff with your own sort of logo on it. So much cheaper than just buying stuff in the shop that you can use. So there you go. Oh, look at this, throwing away top tips like they're rose petals. Anyway. I don't know, does this cupboard look better? I think it will. It's one of those things when you're putting food or, crockery or stuff like that in a cupboard, you want to feel that every so often you can clean it out, don't you? You don't want to feel like it's got dirty corners or cobwebby or dusty or dirty or all that sort of stuff. So the idea of this is just to make it a little bit nicer long term. So it'll take a few coats of paint, but as I say, I think then it'll be a much nicer looking thing. There's nothing worse than having, well, there are things that are worse, obviously, but there's nothing worse in terms of cupboards when it looks tremendous from the outside and then you open it up and you go, oh, jeepers, I don't want to put anything in there. So the idea of this is to make it just a little bit nicer. So there you go. What we've got any, well, I don't know if I've frozen or there's nothing there or everyone's now gone, but I'll just give a huge thank you right now for anyone that's watched any video for any length of time ever. Thank you very much. I don't know if people watch Top Gear or the Grand Tour, but one of my kids, Oliver, was saying I must watch the last one, and he said, oh, it's really sad. He said it's really sad at the end of it. And anyway, I watched it, and sure enough, after 20 odd years, they're finishing. They're not going to do any more, so it's kind of the end of it, which obviously, I don't know, you get a sense of your own mortality on these things. But you've got to remember, don't forget, I'm planning to be immortal, and so far it's going okay. And Jeremy Clarkson, the main protagonist, of the whole thing. He just signed off. His final thing was just to say thank you very much for watching. And that's so true. You know, it is so kind of people to spend a little time, and even more time, getting the keyboard out and commenting. So thank you, folks. Right, I think, unless there's a stampede on here that says keep going, I'm going to wind it up. So if you want to comment and say, no, keep going, we can take hours more of this, I am going to be calling it a day, because I need to get out and cut some more bits of wood and sort out some of the things that we've got. So now's your last chance. Type or forever hold your peace. Now, I don't know what's going on. What have I done? Here we go. Keep going. I'm listening to you whilst making breakfast. Right, I got a question. Okay. Breakfast in Texas consists of what? Now, as a Brit, you always have this impression that you're going to eat like a 28-ounce T-bone and some grits or something like that. I'm never quite sure what grits are. I have had them, but they seem to change or they seem to be different. But I want to know, in Texas, you surely have an enormous piece of beef with every meal. Or is that a load of rubbish? It can't be rubbish, it's got to be true. Okay. Old Texas thing. Right, let's give a coat in here, first coat in here. So, right, I'm going to confess, I bought a bread maker the other day. I know. I think I've hit a certain age where I do these things. I mean, the kids just looked at me and shook their head and started picking up brochures for old people's homes. But I fancied having a go. I've made one loaf so far, and when it's made, it's lovely. But within about 20 minutes, its lifespan is short, really short. And yeah, Sally said she said she felt it was the sort of bread that your parents buy and they expect you to eat it. So I took that as a damning indictment of my bread making skills so far, but I've only made one loaf. Trouble was I then ate most of it, which isn't good. Here we go. Right, what we got? Today's toasted white bread and grits. It's a load of rubbish. When I get into a new place, I'll buy a bread maker and make all kinds of stuff. Yeah, hey, look, this bread maker apparently can make yogurt in it. And sort of different types of breads as well. So, yeah, you never know. You never know. Who knows what I'll do next? I mean, it's just living on the edge. Right, folks, I am going to love you and leave you because I'm going to stick my head in this cupboard in a second. And as I say, I think the phone's going to die. I think the YouTube algorithm has highlighted this live as a prime example of what not to do. So, hey, at least I get on the algorithm. But I just want to say, here we go. We've got some more sandwich bread, pumpkin bread, banana bread. Yeah, I like that. Sourdough, you know, I kind of go hot and cold on sourdough. Sourdough with some things on it is really nice. Sourdough with other things on it, I don't like it. But with some things on it, it's absolutely fantastic. I'm trying to think. A bit of sourdough and maybe a bit of pate. Something like that. I think that's lovely. But yeah, but there we go. Look, folks, thank you so much for tuning into this live. If you've enjoyed it, I assume it records it and I can put it in. I was pressing that many buttons trying to get it going. I think I've done 4 or 5. So you might see live coming up. Anyway, if you're watching this on the repeat or whatever it's called, just on I think I can start a new playlist, can't I? So I'll try and stick them on a playlist which is lives, and I'll try and get rid of the others that I don't think worked. Did they work? I don't know. Anyway, before I completely start second guessing myself and all the rest of it, I'm just going to say a huge thank you very much, and we will continue on other videos and stuff as we come on all together. We escape to the dream house. See you soon, folks. Thanks for watching.